files and folders. PDB is the main source of information about 3D structures of macromolecules including proteins, peptides, viruses, protein, nucleic acid complexes, nucleic acids and carbohydrates, and its format is the de facto standard for the exchange of structural information. Most of these structures are determined experimentally by means of X-ray diffraction or nuclear magnetic resonance studies. PDB files are human readable ASCII flat files like GenBank records. The text conforms to a specific format, so computer programs may be written to extract the information. PDB is organized with one structure per file, unlike GenBank, which is distributed with many records in each library file. The PDB is distributed as files within directories. Each protein structure occupies its own file. PDB contains a huge amount of data, which makes it very difficult to deal with. The file system is organized in a tree structure. The metaphor is suitable because starting from any place on the tree, you can proceed up the branches and get to any leaves that stem from your starting place. If you start from the root of the tree, you can reach all the leaves. Similarly, in a file system, if you start at a certain directory, you can reach all the files in all the subdirectories that stem from your starting place, and if you start at the root, also called the top of the file system, you can reach all the files. The protein data bank file format is a textual file format describing the three-dimensional structures of molecules held in the protein data bank. The PDB format accordingly provides for description and annotation of protein and nucleic acid structures, including atomic coordinates, observed side chain rotamers, secondary structure assignments, as well as atomic connectivity. Structures are often deposited with other molecules such as water, ions, nucleic acids, ligands and so on, which can be described in the PDB format as well. The protein data bank also keeps data on biological macromolecules in the newer MMCIF file format, which is completely computer readable. We already had lots of programs for opening, reading from, writing to and closing files. Here we will see a program to open a folder or directory and list its contents. As usual, the program starts with declaration of variables. Files is an array and the variable folder is initialized with the value PDB. To open the file, we use the function opendir. If there is any problem in opening the directory, it will print the message cannot open the folder with the given name and exits. To read the contents of the folder like files and subfolders, readdir function is used. After reading the contents into the array of files, the folder is closed using closedir function. Now we can print them out one per line using the function print as print join /n, @files /n. When this program is run on a folder that contains PDB files, we will get something as shown on the screen. Here the special files dot and double dot refer to the current directory and the parent directory respectively. If the subfolders are also to be listed, we can use file test operators to distinguish between files and subfolders. The next program is used to list the folders and subfolders. Here also in the first part, we declare variables and open the folder using opendir as in the previous program. Now we want to read the folder ignoring the entries of parent directory and current directory represented by double dots and dot. Other contents are read using readdir to the file array using the statement @files equal to grub exclamation slash caret slash dot question mark $/ readdir folder. Now we have to check each of the contents as it is a regular file or folder. This is accomplished by the for each loop and if statements using file test operators. If it is a file, it is printed, and if it is a directory, it is opened and the files are listed. The output is given on the screen.